We have to look at the factors affecting soil macrofauna species, richness, their abundance. We have got positive effects and we have got the negative effects. One, I want to look at the positive effects that affect soil macrofauna. The use of organic matter or input increases their abundance and their richness because they have a lot of carbon base which they are going to feed on. When we diversify the crop production, like planting so many types of crops, crop rotation, intercropping, that helps in increasing the abundance of the soil macrofauna. Planting of trees, agroforestry, tree presence or forestry also play a critical role in increasing the number of soil macrofauna. You find that during dry season, you will find the concentration or the aggregation of soil macrofauna near the trees. During the wet season, they will now move away from the trees to look for feed. So the trees will provide them with shelter, improve the microclimate, then you will find a lot of them there. The agronomic practices such as mulching, cover cropping, and crop rotation play a critical role in increasing soil macrofauna abundance and richness. Soil properties also play a critical role. For instance, a soil which has got a lot of soil carbon, you tend to find higher abundance of soil macrofauna. We also have soil moisture. Soil macrofauna like earthworms require moist soil. Where the soil is moist, you will find a lot of them. Then we have got negative effects that affect soil macrofauna, and this may reduce their abundance, may reduce their richness, may make them not even to be around. You find in some soil you don't see soil macrofauna. Why? It's because of certain factor that is affecting. And I want just to mention some of these factors. One of it is tillage. When we go plowing our land, we expose this soil macrofauna to predators. We expose it to solar radiation. Some of them die. So you will find in a place where deep tillage is done, fewer soil fauna, macrofauna are found. Predation is one other factor that affects soil macrofauna abundance. When we till the land, you expose them and you find the birds coming to feed on them. You find other organisms feeding in other organisms. So that reduces the richness and the abundance of the soil macrofauna. Deforestation exposes the macrofauna or exposes the soil to solar radiation. It exposes the soil to degradation, soil erosion, and you will find that most of the soil macrofauna will move away. Increased agricultural intensity will, in one way or another way, affect the abundance of soil macrofauna. The other one is continuous use of inorganic mineral inputs. This use of agrochemicals, the fertilizers, will end up in reducing these organisms in the soil. Use of pesticides. Pesticides mostly eliminates these organisms. Certain pesticides, once used, you don't see the organisms. So burning of vegetation, some farmers are used to burning the soil or the vegetation. Burning will kill the soil fauna. Burning will destroy their nests. Burning will destroy the environment. So it is always advisable not to burn vegetation. Solar radiation is another one which affects the abundance of those soil macrofauna. And then the soil properties. We have soil pH, which is a very critical soil property that affects the presence of soil organisms. Where we have very acid soils, you find most organisms are not there. And where we have alkaline soil, the organisms may not be there. But we need soil pH which is conducive for the organisms, that is between say 5.5 to about 7.5. Then you get the organisms, that is the conducive environment for the organisms.